I started my scuba diving journey at the Seas The Day Scuba in Anaheim Hills, California. I took the required classwork and closed water dives. Now it's time to head to the open water. First, let's take a look at the gear I'll need for my dive. You can rent most of your gear: a wetsuit, tank, buoyancy control device, weights, regulator, computer, compass, and air gauge. For your PADI certification, you need to purchase your own mask.
Important piece of equipment a diver would have.
Besides the air?
Yeah.
Well, we're looking at face masks, so I'm thinking that and maybe the snorkel.
Yeah, the mask is the single most important piece of equipment that a diver has. Okay. And the reason being is if the mask doesn't fit your face properly, then it's going to constantly flood.
Okay.
So what we're looking for is to make sure we have a good fit there. If it's flooding all the time, you're not going to have a good time.
You'll also need your snorkel, boots, gloves, and fins.
Now wiggle your foot side to side. Now up and down. Is the fin moving at all on your foot?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's a good fit.
It's a good fit.
All right, so figure for your leg. What you're going to do is you're going to pinch right here and pull that up. Okay? Now grab the fin and pull it off your foot. And what we have are mesh bags so that when we put all of our wet gear in it, the water drains out of the bag.
Makes sense.
And they're customized specifically for scuba gear. So we get everything inside of a bag except for our tank and our weights, and we're ready to go. Most of them are backpacks. You throw it up on your back and you're out of there. With those pieces of equipment, you're looking anywhere on, I'll say the low end, $300, to the high end, $550, $600. So what do you think, Joanne?
I am excited, but a little nervous. But
Okay.
Overall, I am looking forward to doing what I need to do. Now that I've completed my classwork and the pool dive, it is time for the open water dive. We're here at Catalina Island at Casino Point.
Normally on the weekends, this is a very, very active dive park. One of the things about Casino Point is every year for the past 20 years, when dive locations around the world are analyzed and are reported on through the agencies and stuff, Casino Point has made the top 5 dive locations in the world. The reason being is because of the kelp forest.
This is what Casino Point used to look like. But now the kelp is gone because the coastal waters are warming. When I first got in the water, I was a little nervous, but when I looked down and saw all the fish and other aquatic life, I was thinking this is what it's all about. Then when I went down 34 feet to do the skills I learned in the confined waters, I think my brain was overwhelmed. Remember to equalize going down. Wow, this is really cool. Keep breathing. It took me a minute or two to get my focus, but thanks to my patient instructor, I made it through, completing my skills. Then we got a chance to explore the underwater world. How amazing it was to float along, suspended in space, taking in the sights and sounds under the sea.
Well, if anybody ever thought about learning how to scuba dive, I would say make sure they go to a qualified and a very quality type of shop, especially somebody who's PADI certified in order to be able to help you learn how to scuba dive and certify you. Because once I learned all of the skills that were needed and the understanding of the equipment and the pressures that you're under when you're underwater, to me that would be really important. Seas the Day has been absolutely phenomenal in helping me to accomplish what I needed to accomplish in the time that I needed to accomplish it.
Scuba diving, probably the single most important thing I could tell somebody is find your center of gravity, find your center of peace, and whatever you're doing, whether you're a beginner or whether you've got as many dives as I've got under my belt, when you put your face underwater, realize you're going someplace that less than 10% of 1% of the world's population are ever going to do.
I look forward to doing more dives and becoming a more experienced and confident diver. My next 2 dives will be off the Sea Ray. It's a dive boat, and we'll be going to the other side of Catalina Island. I'll be joining members of the Seas the Day Scuba Dive Club. What an amazing experience. I can't wait to share it with you next week.